Nearly 2/3 of women over 45 are overweight or obese. And the theory that when you're pregnant, you're allowed to eat for two is just wrong. Now, this is according to a report that's out today. And I have to say, we've all got kids here. I've been pregnant twice. For my first pregnancy, I was so happy with the fact that I was going to have a baby because I tried long and hard to get pregnant, that I must admit that I thought, take your foot off the diet gas and just eat whatever you like. And I put on 4 stone. Oh, wow. I put on 4 stone, and I was so big that I had, like a T-shirt, I had to cut under here because I was so big I couldn't get my arms in. I chafed holes with my thighs in my jeans. I could only wear flip-flops. I had this image in... Well, I couldn't get my feet in shoes. They were so huge. So second time round, I thought, right, I'm learnt from that. I exercised, I swam, I ate really well all the way through it. I put on 4 stone. Oh. That's just how big I got.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I put on 3 stone with Louis. With Lauren, I hardly put on any weight because I was only 25 then, so up within a couple of weeks I was back to my normal weight. But with Louis, I was actually doing panto at the time as well. I did panto right up until about a week before he was born. And so 3 stone I put on, and I have to say that probably, he was the biggest baby. He was £9.6, so obviously it was to do with what I was eating. That nearly killed me. Giving birth to him, I tell you.
You still don't sit right.
Also, when you go to the hospital, they weigh you, but they never give you advice or say you're putting on too much weight, or, you want to watch what you're eating.
Or too little. In my case, I was pregnant with twins, and I put on 45 pounds, and my doctor kept saying, you need to put more weight on. But, I didn't have much room here, so, the food just wouldn't go down. There was no place. Yeah. And anyway, I ended up with preeclampsia, which is what the real Jane Seymour, the Queen, died of. You know that.
Oh,
I always
really?
worried about it, yeah. Oh. And so I had a C-section. The boys were 6 weeks early, but within 3 weeks, I was thinner than I was before I had the babies.
Oh, Jane, don't say that. We were getting on so well.
It's called the nearly dying diet. I just recommend it.
Which we wouldn't recommend.
No, I would not recommend that. But in my normal births before that, I was about 24 pounds. But, my daughter's having her second baby right now, and her gynecologist tells her how much weight she needs to put on each month.
Yeah.
And I think that's a sensible way of doing it, Then instead of this, well, lose it later, you're feeding a baby.
But some people do genuinely, myself included. I ate well, I dieted, I did all those things, and I still got... my stomach was huge. A lot of people were questioning whether I had twins or
That must have been water.
Yeah.
It must have been, because the only way that you put on weight is if you eat too much and you don't exercise.
It requires
the rest of it was Jaffa cakes, did you say?
On the first pregnancy...
You could tie up your hands, couldn't you? That way you couldn't eat.
Well, the thing is, I think the problem is that we go and have, our checkups, but we don't actually... I don't remember ever being weighed and told what I weigh. So, what it needs is some kind of intervention if somebody is putting on too much weight. The thing is, we know that there's so much out there about what we should eat and how much we should eat, but there's still an awful lot of people that don't know the actual amounts and what a good plate of food looks like.
Yeah.
So why not give people some kind of a chart where you can actually see this is what the right piece of a potato looks like, this is the amount of meat you have, and put it up there, because if a woman is putting on weight in pregnancy, that is going to cost this country a lot of money, with all the things that can go wrong with an obese baby, with diabetes, pregnancy diabetes. All these things are costly.